This is the Bunker Hill Cemetery in northern Kansas. And over here is the monument for Chief Spotted Horse. This monument is erected in memory of Pawnee Indian Chief Spotted Horse, who was buried here in November 1874 at his father's request that he be buried in the white man's burial ground. So people put memory things here for him in memory. So there he is. He was the first one buried in this cemetery. And they have an event here every Memorial Day. But over here in this direction, about 3 miles in this direction northeast, is where his camp was for the Pawnee before they was relocated to Indian Territory, Oklahoma. I think the exact area where the Pawnee camp was is under present-day Lake Wilson. Going further north in this direction would be the Oregon Trail, northeastern Kansas. The Oregon Trail would have went through that area, and just north of here, about 3 hours north, is where Zebulon Pike raised the American flag in the 1820s by a Pawnee camp that was there. So this was the area where the Pawnee moved from this area to in the 1870s, actually 1874, and going to Indian Territory in Oklahoma. And Spotted Horse was going to make the trip, but he died of lung fever. I don't know if that lung fever was tuberculosis or something, and they buried him here at his request. He would be the first one buried here. Also on this trip would have been Chief White Eagle, who later became a Christian, a very devout Christian in his later life, and while he was living in Oklahoma, Indian Territory, and he advised his people to read the Bible and to study the Bible, for it was God's word. Very interesting, the influence and impact, positive impact of the gospel on a lot of the tribes. And it's a part of history that's not very, that's not talked about much and looked over a lot. And so this is the area, the old frontier. Millions of buffalo would have been through this area at one time. The camp of a lot of tribes, and just in this direction would be Ellsworth, Kansas, the wickedest and wildest cow town in the 1870s. Ellsworth, Kansas, Wild Bill Hickok was marshal there. White Earp, the famous gunfighter Ben Thompson, lived there. A lot of the generals came through that area: Custer, General Miles, Sherman, and Grant. The Smoky Hill Trail is in this direction, the Union Pacific Railroad, and just to the west of this direction is where the Cheyennes derailed a train, and that was just prior to the Medicine Lodge treaties. And so this is the cemetery at Bunker Hill in Kansas, and the grave of Chief Spotted Horse, of the Pawnee chief.